triple R, crescent shining star. She travels near, she travels far. She's crescent shining star. Kristen, she's the one and only. Puts mustard on macaroni. Lovely girl with a swirl. Because she's crescent shining star, triple R, crescent shining star. She travels near, she travels far. She's crescent shining star.
Triple R and
Trescent Smoothie, aka the Mustard Queen. K-Dog.
Kristen Giant. Boom.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Bow.
Out in the yard when the moon is high. Oh yeah. There's a deer named Funky Bones. Don't be shy. He tiptoes softly, looking for a treat. Captain Kira's got apples good enough to eat. Oh yeah. Funky Bones with his groove, moving to the beat. Kira's got the apples, they're so sweet. Coming close, just a nibble. Don't be afraid. Look at them dance. It's a backyard rave. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. Don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. It's a funky party, just you and me. Under the stars, they share a little bite. Ooh, yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, ooh, yeah. Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share. Hey. Funky Bones, don't you bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples open wide. Coming close, just a nibble, don't be afraid. No afraid. Look at them dogs. Funky Bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. Oh yeah. It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey,
Under
Under the stars, they share a little bite. Yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. Funky kind of magic only they can share. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Share a moment in the cool night air. Funky kind of magic only they can share.
Little gray munching on the hay, chewing, skipping, never stays. Backyard wild, gotta play, jumping, running every day. Grass is green under the the sky. Little gray lets it all fly. Muddy paws, you don't care why. Wings of earth, he is so high. Freedom in his furry flight. Sun and moon his only guide. No more walls, no cage inside. Little gray so wild inside. Bossy grind, he's on the move. No one's rules, he's got his groove. Nature's beat, he feels the soothe. Little gray always to prove. Under stars, under dreams. World ain't small, so it seems. Little gray's got big schemes. Life rolls on in flowing streams. Hay for breakfast, sun for noon. Stars and moonlight come so soon. Little gray under night's tune. Backyard life's a wild cartoon.
Teeny scrappy rabbit on a naughty spree. Bananas from Capits in Korea, quick to flee. Seasoned sisters jumping wild and free. Leapfrogging over Posh spice, too stealthy for me. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Tiny eyes glinting, always on the prowl. Moving through the shadows, stealthy as an owl. Captain Stash pilfered, making her scowl. Teeny's got agility, swift as a howl. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Few tons of playgrounds, Teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast, but Teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild and on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears the call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Few tons of playgrounds, Teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh spice, leaving her in plight. Adventures in the moonlight, bunny delight. Captain's fast, but Teeny never slow. Running through hay mangers, nimbly on tiptoe. Heartbeats wild and on the show. Teeny's grand adventure, give her a toy. Give her a toy. Teeny's grand adventure, loving it all.
it's time to play. Big floppy ears and a mischievous twitch. In the yard, she's always digging a ditch. She sneaks through with a hop and a skip, eyes wide open, just looking for a trip. Suspicious, she is not denying that fact. Playful trickster, always up to some act. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the way she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She's a Flemish giant with a heart so bold. Every story about her just has to be told. Dusty the rabbit, always in the know, running in circles with a gleeful glow. Dusty, Dusty, where have you been? Rolling in the hay, making everything green. Dusty, Dusty, always so sly, with your floppy ears reaching for the sky. She cuddles in the sun just for a snooze, dreaming about the ways she can build a nest. Her fluffy tail wiggles when she's on the go. Naughty little Dusty, always stealing the show.
Donkey the rabbit munching cookies all night. Sugar rush plays in a crazy delight. Nibbling faces in a frenzied haze. Friends confused in his cookie craze. He hops through chaos in the midnight dark. Cookies in his paws, leaving a sweet mark. Face is bitten with a playful bite. Donkey's world, a funny sight. Donkey the rabbit, sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, crunching all remains. Cookies crumble, falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Chasing shadows under the moon's bright glare. Cookies his obsession, like he don't care. Friends watch in shock as he takes a bite. Donkey's love for cookies just feels right. He grins, mischievous eyes so wild. The chaos around him driving friends mild. Cookies drop, crumbs scatter in the bush. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush. Bite mark stories on furry cheeks. Donkey the rabbit at his cookie peak. friends band together, a loving chase. Donkey's cookie craze never will hush, single face, nibble pace. Donkey the rabbit, but sugar in his veins. Nibble on your face, nibble on your face. Cookies come, big brother falling to the floor. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Plans ignore. Donkey want more, can't ignore. Cookie muncher, he can never get enough cookies. He never stops. Eat the cookie, he's a cookie cat. Donkey the rabbit, the cookie muncher, he can never get enough cookies. He never stops eating, 'cause he's a cookie cat.
In a kingdom far away, there's a princess named Kira, with beautiful brown locks and eyes that sparkle. Every day at twilight, she dances through the meadow, with bunnies by her side as the sun starts to retire. One bunny turned to two, and two turned to a dozen. But Captain Kira's heart's forever filled with love. Her kingdom now enchanted, a ballet of soft footsteps, magical melodies carried on wings of a dove. Ballerina princess, her bunnies by your side, a twirl and a pirouette as dreams come alive. Captain Kira dances, her heart so full of bliss, in a world enchanted where love will always persist.
Uh-oh. Girls Side Gang. Girls Side Gang is out. They're out and about and they're causing trouble. They're blocking the hallway. That's what we said. Hi, dogs. How's everyone doing in the chat? Oh my gosh. You know? Hewlin Mod, my main man moderator. Also Mikey and L, a main man moderator. AJ Punk, the Midwestern hunk. Don't give him any bunk or he'll hit you with a clunk. Oh, Mickey, what a pity you don't understand. You take me by the heart when you take me by the hand. Oh, Mickey, what a pity, don't you know it's true? It's like you, Mickey. Oh, what you do, Mickey. Don't break my heart, Mickey. Oh, we got one boy who's shown up for Nummy Times. How is everyone? How are all my fellers? Fellers? I gotta unplug this battery for a bit. It's a little bit cumbersome. Oh, we got people lifting up all kinds of stuff and playing over here in the hallway. I got some nummies. I got some nummies over here. Oh, we're gonna have some sweet taters. Oh, look at this. Sweet taters in the house. Oh yeah. We got sweet taters for this boy. We got sweet taters for these guys. Oh, you're in the bunny hut. Oh, we'll feed you through your little window in the bunny hut. There we go. Ooh, I got a red pepper. More sweet taters. We have some thyme from the farmer's market. Ooh, do we like that? Yeah. I'm gonna have thyme with sweet potato nuts. Some good eating there. Or as my dad likes to say, good eating. Good eating. Good eating. Is that Dutch, Mikey? Good eating. How do you say like good eating or good eats in Dutch? Please teach us. Here, another one over there. Oh yeah, you know what? If I'm talking to you guys, maybe I should get my other phone where I have the chat pulled up. They need an apple. Wait, I would like to have an apple. Oh well. Oh, sorry, Posh. Sorry, Posh. Posh, do you want this? You want this little sweet potato? Hi, cutie. Okay, let me get the other phone so I can see the chat. All right, do we have all right, cool. We have everyone. Everyone is back in. Everyone's back in, and now the fun may begin. What is the Hoolan Mall song? Well, you know, it's funny, Mikey. I was just thinking that, like, Hewlin Mall has his, he's got that one, but like, we don't. I need to have one. Like, oh wait, let me think about this. Um, okay, I have a couple ideas for Hewlin Mall song. I gotta think. I have a couple ideas. Yeah, yours is the metal song. Yeah, sung by Captain Kira. Yeah, I know. Look, Hewlin Mall's like, I guess I don't know. At least not one yet. Oh. Don't say it like wait, don't say it like that. Well, Mikey gonna close his tiny eyes because he has an oh gosh, yes you do. All right. Okay, you have an exam, so you do. That is a reason to rest. My guy. My guy, you need to get some shut eye. All right. We'll have I hope you do fabulous on that exam tomorrow. Yeah. We wish you all the Bunzerinos wish you the very best. And yeah, just think of chubby floofy buns when you're taking the exam. Hopefully it'll make you feel happy and successful. Let's see. Hewlin' Mall. Ooh, there is a tune. There's a tune. I did one for you, Mikey, that was uh they call him that good old Hewlin' Mall. Oh yeah, how about that? They call him that good old Hewlin' Mall. He they call him that good old Hewlin' Mall. And then that wait. Good old Hewlin' Mall. And he is the best. He is the best. He is the best mod of them all. He shows up every day, and he shows up every day too. With the giant buns, he shows up every day to the giant buns to play. Wait, shows up every day with the giant buns to play. He's that good old Hewlin' Mall. We call him that good old Hewlin' Mall. And he's the best, and he's the best mod of them all. When he shows up every day with the giant buns to play. He's that good old Hewlin' Mall. Okay, how's that? There we go. Wait, what about AJ Punk? I know that I've made up like limericks for him, like AJ Punk, he don't give him bunk, or with his strongman arms he'll clunk. But yeah, we gotta think of one for AJ Punk. I made up one for Casey Batman. Yeah, it was to the theme of Batman. Casey Batman, Casey Batman, Casey Batman. That was pretty good there. But yeah, AJ Punk. Let me think about this. Okay, so Hewlin' Mall. Going in the good old Hewlin' Mall. Yeah, okay, so that was that tune. Okay, there's another tune that my brother and I sing. Okay, I'm trying to think if I could convert that into something. Wait. Way down in the banks of the Midwest. Wait, way down in the Midwest. Way down in the banks of the Midwest. There's AJ Punk. Down in the banks of the Midwest. There's a wrestling star who is the best. He's AJ Punk. AJ Punk. With him you'll slay. Way down in the banks of the Middle West, there's a wrestling star who is the best. His name is AJ Punk. With AJ Punk, you will always slay. Okay, how about that? Oh, well, Kristen Cheyenne Star Triple R, Kristen Cheyenne Star. She travels near, she travels far. She's Kristen Cheyenne Star Triple R Ranch. Dressing smoothie, aka the mustard queen, K down. Do 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 do. Wow. Hey. Hmm. How's my gal? How's my adoptive daughter gal? Have you ever seen a Kristen, a Kristen, a Kristen? Have you ever seen a Kristen? Kristen Cheyenne Star. She eats lots of mustard and puts it on cupcakes. Have you ever seen a Kristen Cheyenne Star? Say her name and she appears. I believe in Triple R. She's so famous near and far. She's Kristen Cheyenne Triple R. The giant Bunz are crystal with the K, special K, crystal special K. We love our crystal special K all day, 'cause she's crystal special K only. Wow, I'm singing like a small operetta right now. Um, how is your guys' day going today? Mine has been going pretty smoothly. I didn't want to get up this morning. I didn't want to get out of bed. So there was that. Um, I had a very intense ballet morning. I was sweating to the oldies and to the youngies. No, actually, I was sweating to the oldies because it's all very old classical music. All the old classical music by the pianist plays, which is fabulous. I love that. But my friend who teaches the class is amazing, and she was feeling really inspired. And we did all of the big turning jumps that like you usually see the guy ballet dancers doing, and they're very athletic. And I love them. I love it jumping up very high while twisting in the air. And we did extremely fast turns, PK, PK, shene, shene, PK, PK. I mean, I love that where you're whipping around so fast that you don't even know, you can't even see anything. It's all blur. And you get really disoriented at the end. I love that. So she did some of my favorite things in the world today, but they were also, oh, and then also really beautiful développés and fondus, which really strengthen you, but they're also so pretty. And then you have to really, really focus on how you're holding your body, and you have to like use every muscle you possibly can to hang on to get your leg way up in the air. I love working hard. I love doing stuff like that. And we really did all of that today. So, anyway, long story short, I had a good day, but Mondays are pretty busy, and I wasn't home as long as I would have liked with the Bunz. And I had a couple little side projects I had to do, and then I had to do a big cleanup of the room before the stream. Well, I did it in like 3 different stages. I kinda did one section at a time during the day today, but I also, you guys, I now have the downstairs enclosure back up. So now when I let the bunnies out, they have, well, unfortunately for them, they don't have the complete run of the house anymore, but after deep cleaning all my rugs in the house, I can't do it again. So they have half the living room with the fireplace, so they've got it made in the shade. They've got plenty of room, but I'm gonna miss having them hang out in the dining room because that was adorable. If you know what, if I take the big rug out of the dining room, they can be in there. Maybe I'll do that. It's just it looks really nice, but yeah, but you know what? I'll maybe like every couple of weeks I'll change things up and it'll make it fun for them. Oh, look at these floppers. We've got Jabba and Delph flopping over. They're just so cute. But yeah, how I told everyone how I was. How was everyone else? What did I eat today? Oh my gosh. You guys, I've gotten on an oatmeal kick. And my ballet teacher told me that because I was like, "What do you eat? Because you're like so she's just so beautiful. She's like so healthy and just she's like so perfect." And I'm like, "What do you eat?" And she's like, "Well, I've really vary it up." She's like, "Some days I have like an omelet with all these vegetables in it and avocado and oh gosh, what else she put in? I can't remember. And then she's like, "Sometimes I have oatmeal with like chia seeds and can't remember what else she put in there." But I was like, "Ooh, okay." So I had oatmeal with flaxseed, like ground up flaxseed. Yeah. And then chia seeds and oh my gosh, this beautiful gal from my ballet class who is Turkish, and she is so interesting. I love talking food with her or talking anything about Turkey, but she told me about mulberry molasses, and I've never heard of such thing in my life. They boil down mulberries into a thick syrup. Oh my gosh, it came in the mail the other day. I ordered some, and they mix it with tahini in Turkey. So I put on the middle of my oatmeal with the chia seeds. I put this mulberry molasses and some tahini. You guys, it was amazing. And there were also I already put like some cinnamon and raisins in that in the oatmeal too. Yeah, but it was amazing. And then later I had some vegetarian sausages, like those Beyond Meat spicy sausages, because just needed more protein. So I had that. But basically, that all. Like, that's pretty much what I've eaten today. Yeah, I haven't been home a whole lot. And I really wanted one of these apples, but I had 3 apples and there's 3 sections of bunnies, so you guys, I gotta go to the store. That was the other thing. I tried to go to the store today, I just couldn't fit it in, so tomorrow. Tomorrow is shopping day, and I gotta get the big water thingy filled up. Um, Huon Mall, oh my gosh, I see what you wrote. Yeah, oatmeal and mustard. Wow. Well, I guess I won't be eating oatmeal anymore. You grossed oh, Kristen, did that gross you out? Oh my goodness. So we're only missing one of our Ks. We're only missing Krispy Kreme. We're Giant Buns in 3K right now. Oh wait, you guys, I see the apple. See the apple. Oh, see one of the apples. Oh well. But you guys, the other thing that I got that people put in oatmeal and stuff in Turkey are dried mulberries. I got a big old bag of dried mulberries and I've tried some and they're so yummy. They're not, you know what's cool about mulberries when they're dried? They're not sickeningly sweet like some fruits can be. They're still kind of mellow. And so I feel like they're pretty healthy even though they're a dried fruit. And I will say this, I was a little surprised, but I brought my oatmeal in here earlier and Teeny and Delph were trying to eat my oatmeal. They really were interested in the oatmeal. It was very cute. Um, and it was before I put the tahini and the molasses stuff. It was just like kind of more plain at that point. 'Cause I tried to eat some real early this morning before I left and I didn't really have time. So they ate a little bit of it, but um they're sleepy already. Yeah, Mr. Gwynnie, there's Papa. Crystal. You hate she tell it like it is. You hate oatmeal. I got to a point when I was a kid that I really was kind of had an oatmeal aversion after a while because my family got on an oatmeal kick, and it was like, "Oatmeal, it's what's for breakfast, and it's also what's for lunch or dinner if there's nothing else to eat." Like, the little oatmeal packets, And yeah, I got a little burnt out for a while on oatmeal. I have not had oatmeal in years. I have not eaten it. So we'll see how long it lasts. But um question, Crystal, I'm not trying to convert you to oatmeal. Uh, I respect your oatmeal boundaries. I respect your food denomination and you are non-oatmeal, but yeah, oh, I put maple syrup in my oatmeal. But yeah, that is I did sweeten it with some syrup and cinnamon. But have you ever had overnight oats? You can make them with like the rolled oats, but you can also make them with the steel cut oats. And if like the oatmeal texture is annoying to you, you might want to try the overnight oats made with steel cut oats, and you can throw fruit, either fresh fruit, dried fruit, or frozen fruit. You can throw that into your oatmeal. And I personally don't make my oatmeal with just water. I try to use that macadamia milk. And I think that does add flavor. It's like vanilla unsweetened macadamia, but you're not, we're not going to convert you to oatmeal. But just putting it out there that overnight oats, if you think of it, like if you remember to do it the night before, it's kind of special. It's kind of more like pudding. I don't know. It's just nice. The texture gets really nice, and it's not because you're not boiling it. It gets kind of a different texture. It doesn't develop like the gooiness. It doesn't. The oats don't get like the gooey factor. The paste, the glue factor, yeah, paste. Um, Oatmeal with maple syrup. Ooh, and blueberries? I mean, never tried blueberries in oatmeal. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's gonna be I wonder if I think I may still have some frozen blueberries. I may try that. Wait a minute, Hewlin Mall. I wanna make overnight oats with blueberries and the maple syrup. Okay, I gotta remember this. Kira, overnight oats, blueberry, oatmeal, maple syrup. That. AJ Punk, no mustard. Oh, are you scolding people? Wait a minute. I didn't see the mustard part. Oh dear. He went and done it. He done diddly did it. Macaroons and syrup? Oh, Kristen, anything that's dessertish or like coconut, I mean, with syrup, I mean, are you trying to gross me out? Because, like, that's actually delicious. Rude. Not, you guys, I have like the biggest, I don't know how many pounds it is, but I got a deal on organic shredded coconut. And it's not finely shredded, it's like big old shreds. And it's still just as fresh as the day I got it. I mean, it really keeps well, but I have a lot of coconut. Macaroon. Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you, Kristen. I'm totally gonna make macaroons. I have egg white. I mean, I could probably find like a egg substitute to do it with, but I mean, what the heck? I have 2 dozen eggs in my refrigerator right now, so egg white, vanilla. Oh, I need vanilla. Vanilla would be good. I'm out of vanilla. Egg white, vanilla, some kind of sweetener. I probably use maple syrup or honey or both, and then just all the shredded coconut. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Bam. Cookies. Cookies. Did I say cookies? Do you guys want cookies? Sluggo, do you like cookies? Wait a minute. Sluggo looks so small, right? Oh my gosh. Dusty, do you like cookies? Oh, Gwen's her cookie. Oh, yeah, cookies. You guys, rabbits are so smart. You know, Dusty even comes when like she's called now. She's such a dog. Look at this. She's like a medium. She is like a small, like a medium small dog or whatever you would call that. Somewhere between like a small and a medium dog. 23 pounds. I mean, that's a sizable puppy dog. Yeah, I know you're a rabbit. You don't want to be a dog, but you just remind me more of like a on the dog spectrum of rabbit. Where do we go from like mouse to dog? You're definitely more the dog and or kangaroo. We have some kangaroo ones around here, like Posh Spice is definitely a kangaroo because she's always up on her doing an uppie. Okay, but let's get some cookies. I'll grab cookies. Do not try to pull Donkey's toys through. You pull everything through here. I'm gonna have to move his stuff. Dusty. Oh, you guys, Dusty moved like huge buckets of food around in the hallway. She had, but when I got home today, everything was moved because she was out. Dusty was like out, able to run around when I was gone. And I came back, everything was moved. She's in her building mode. Oh, yep, there we go. Moving some more stuff. Yeah. You go and you make everything into your own creation, Dusty. Oh, are you trying to just eat? Wow. Okay. Or both. He's multitasking. Um, but yeah, why not get wait a minute, maybe I could even get the hoops. You guys should we do the hoops? You almost died at school. Kristen? Okay, was it blood pressure or heart rate or was it um did you try to stick a fork in a socket? Oops. Oh my gosh, I know a kid who did that. He did not die, but I don't think it helped him. I don't think it helped him in life. And he did it while holding on to like three of his friends' hands or something. Like, oh gosh. I mean, if you're gonna be a weirdo, just kind of stick to your own. Just do it by yourself, I guess. But oh, wait a minute, I was gonna get the hoops. Hang on, guys. Dusty has been watching exterior redecorating. Something Crystal is so true because like something like all of a sudden inspires Dusty. Like she's not always in that mode, and it's like she has watched a TV show and she has like all these cute ideas. Like, hey, I never thought about that. Like, I can shove everything to the edges of my litter box, and it would look so nice. I just need to get it just so. But like this he completely rearranged everything in the hallway, like heavy stuff. That's what really like caught my attention. I was like, I don't know how a bunny did that. And then it's like, well, she's a 23-pound bunny. Okay, let's see. Should we do the girl with the hoops or Donkey? Maybe Donkey, are you ever gonna do your hoops anymore? Well, okay, I'm already in the girls' side and they're getting excited. So, um, let's get to over here. Can got 2 phones and a box of cookies. Oh, Jabba doing so well, Jabba. Jabba, you're doing so well. Here. Oh, cookie stealers. There's cookie stealers. Okay, now she's gonna go backwards. Oh, guys. Oh boy. Who's gonna go through the hoop? Who's that? Is that Teeny? Oh, Teeny took it, and nope, that was Mama. Okay, oh boy, it's Mama. Wait a minute, that's Little Gray. Oh, that was Teeny. Okay, Donkey. Oh my goodness, look at that love boy. Okay, let's try. We'll try with Donkey. Your nose was bleeding and was hot in the room. Oh, and then you fell out of your chair. Oh my gosh, Kristen. I'm not making fun of you at all, but that sounds like when I used to take care of toddlers and work at a preschool. Uh, we had those things happen. We did, and again, I'm not making fun of you, but it just totally brought back memories of like kids, like definitely nosebleeds occasionally, but then the falling out of the chair. That was like a hazard when you were trying to have like the snack time thing, and you've got like 3-year-olds. Um, we donkey. Here, let's just do one hoop. Let's start with. Oh my gosh, Donkey, you cannot have his bunny slipper. That's actually my bunny slipper. Okay, wait a minute. Super Donkey, can you go? I feel like it's not setting this up properly anymore. It's not making him feel confident. Okay, look, we got a stable hoop. It's safe. It's safe. Oh my gosh, no, Teeny, little stinker. She's pulling the cookies through. She got on top of the small pet select castle. You were an opportunist. You're an opportunist. She has been sitting in that chair most of today, like ruling her realm, like from her teeny throne, and then she was inside the upper part of the bunny castle, looking out also from the little window. She just cracks me up. None of the other bunnies are doing that. You already got a cookie. You know what? You are cute, though. Look, I'm gonna give you. Don't tell the other ones. Don't tell the other one. Okay? I'm gonna get that. Don't tell them. Just keep it up there. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Oh my gosh, that was Delph. Delph tried to steal the cookies. Oh, I misidentified my own Mama Rabbit. That was Delph. She never gets up on top of stuff anymore. Like she never really did that. Oh, you oh my gosh, I'm so proud of her. First of all, for being that active, and she saw where the box of cookie was. She's so smart. Oh, Delphine. Oh, I am amazed. I thought that was a teeny move. I for sure just assumed that was teeny. Oh my gosh, not the dress again. This fencing. Oh boy, nice. Here, let's run that the other way. Okay. Um, guys. Ooh, who here? Ow! That was my finger. No, that wasn't. Goodness, the hazards of doing bunny tricks here. Guys, just through the hoop. Come on, go through the hoop. Thank you, Gwynch. Oh, he's the original. He is the original hoop bunny. And then Dusty. Let's see if can we do this, Dusty? Come on. Come on, Dusty. You're capable of great things. There we go. And then just Slugs. Slugs. Do you want to get out of the litter box? You want to get out of oh, so big. It's just so big. You can do it. You can do it. Oh my gosh, you are so bright and talented. you. Thank you, sir. Everyone, well, okay, the girls' side got a little out of control, but 5 bunnies trying to go through the same hoop, that's on me. That's on me. You guys, these guys are a little more under control though, because still 3 bunnies. They could have all gotten a little uh crazy as well. Right. Teeny wants to steal. No, Crystal, it was so funny. I 100% thought that was yeah, I cannot believe that she usually is just chill and she's kinda, like, looking after her other kids and stuff. I think she's really, she's, like, getting she's like, "I'm finding myself again outside motherhood," you know? She's like, really shouldn't be doing that." Okay. Sluggy got the extra cookie. Oh, no, listen, stop eating his fur. That's the other thing. So Dusty wait, oh, this is not Dusty, that's Gwynnie. Dusty has been trying to eat Sluggo's fur today, and Sluggo has been, like, running away, and I don't know if she needs, like, protein, like, I don't know, I may try to give her some, like, sunflower seeds because sometimes I think when I don't know. I've heard that if you are gonna give bunnies sunflower seeds, do it, like, in the winter when they're, like, needing more calories. I have no idea. I don't know why you wanna eat Sluggo's fur. All I can think of is that you need protein. Either that or you're just teasing him. I don't know. I'm not sure why you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe Dusty's just, like, hormonal or something, and she thinks she needs to build a nest. She's not, like, agitated or anything. She likes to build stuff. She is a builder. Dusty the builder. Can he build it? Dusty the builder. Sweet. My. Well, she has to rest. Yes. Panting in her ears, bobbling. Yes. You, sir, you are a gentle giant koala. You stretch me. Restorian. Oh, wait a minute. Holy wowza. Okay, thank you, AJ Punk. Captain Kira's looking extra pretty tonight. Fitness model status, who needs to be on Vogue? Oh my goodness, you sweet thing. Thank you, darling. But now we go back to Prestorian. Oh wait, Crystal, perhaps you can buy the cookies in bulk to keep the buns happy. I know, Crystal, it needs to happen. I'm gonna contact Small Pet Select. They gotta work with me. The pricing on Amazon is not even that great. So yeah, thanks, Crystal. Truth. I need to buy bulk. I love buying in bulk. It makes me very happy. And I bet it would make you happy too, Slugford. Did you get the 2 cookies and everyone else got 1 over here? Yeah, don't let them know. Do not let them know that I gave her 2 cookies. Yeah. Yeah, we bond over cookies. Definitely bond, right, Dusty? Yes, Dusty has gotten closer with me through food and gentle treatment, very gentle handling. He now is way easier to pick up, and it's good because she's very strong, and I don't want her to get hurt. She is way better at getting picked up, and this guy is amazing at getting picked up. I mean, you know what? I'm looking out of 9 bunnies, most of them are. I mean, Teeny just runs away, but that's Teeny runs away from everything. Yes, Prestorian. The giant Bunz historian. Keeps my jigsaw K-Dog is so bonita. I keep getting distracted. Oh, muchas gracias, mi chiquita. Muchas gracias. Tú eres muy bonita también. Um, Historian, the giant Bun's historian and valedictorian. He is just driven in from Lothlorien in his luxury time traveling DeLorean, and he's dressed as a Mandalorian. Our beloved Mr. Prestorian. And he traveled by pressing the time travel button in his car to an era that's Victorian. When he returned, he was listening and blasting Chant Gregorian while playing his lovely accordion. And when he got home to his girlfriend, who just happens to be Salvadorian, and she's busy making him some hot, crispy Samorian. And later tonight, after giant buns, they'll get drowsy and sleepy, and together we'll all be a snoring with our story. Da-da-da-da-da-dum-bum. But yeah. Okay, couple things. First of all, I'm gonna make overnight oats with berries. Sorry, Crystal. Um, Blueberries, maple syrup, and the steel cut oats. But the other thing is, I am gonna contact. Maybe I'll wait till the morning. Maybe I'll actually call them. But I want to get in touch with small. Yeah, I'll just call them. I want to get in touch with the makers of these cookies, and I am through with messing around with 3 boxes at a time from Amazon. They're way too expensive. Like, it's just not sustainable with the way that I'm buying them. I mean, it is and it isn't, but I don't think these cookies are worth more than like $2 to $3 a box. Don't ask me what I'm paying for them right now. But yeah, if I can get like a pack of 24 and they charge me like $2 a box, that would be awesome. $3, even $3 a box. But like, gotta look into that. Hmm. But guys, we are officially, and we've got AJ Punk in the house. We are officially one chapter away from finishing 1984. And it has been difficult to kind of cope with what's going on, with Winston, like what they're doing to him. But it is interesting to see like how it's all turning out and like what everything, Winston's dreams, his kind of prophetic dreams, and we still I can't remember what happened, but like he still hasn't reconnected with Julia and they've been separated for so long, and I kind of think about that. I don't really know what is going to happen. I can't remember, but he's about to go to room, or well, he's just been put into room 101, and the whole thing with the rats being in the cage, and they're going to put it like on his face, and he's like starting to black out. That's what was happening at the end of chapter 5, and we have only one chapter left. So, would you guys be ready for the finale, for the ending of 1984? What do we think? I mean, that was I thought we were gonna probably finish it tonight, and then we can talk about what should we read next? Oh my gosh, there's so many good books. And I want to think about it myself, but I also would love to get suggestions from you guys, of course. But would we be? Are you guys ready to finish 1984? Kind of looking, usually AJ Punk is like in the chat, like right as I'm thinking of starting to read it, he's like 1984, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking the same thing. Oh, Mama Delph is in the box. Delph, I'm so proud of you, cookie stealer. She got out of her comfort zone and she pulled a teeny prank. I wonder if she learned that from her daughter. That would be so cute. She's like learning behaviors from her little daughter, her little girl, who's a troublemaker. Okay. Well, no one's saying anything about 1984, but I think we'll go ahead and finish. It's 8:57. This should be like maybe a good amount of time. Uh, Part 3, Chapter 6. Yeah, you guys, the last one? Uh, The chestnut tree was almost empty. A ray of sunlight slanting through a window fell on dusty tabletops. It was the lonely hour of 15. A tinny music trickled from the telescreens. Winston sat in his usual corner, gazing into an empty glass. Now and again he glanced up at a vast face which eyed him from the opposite wall. Big Brother is watching you, the caption said. Unbidden, a waiter came and filled his glass up with Victory gin. Shaking into it a few drops from another bottle with a quill through the cork. It was saccharine flavored with cloves, the specialty of the cafe. Interesting that it's saccharine. Everything bakery. Winston was listening to the telescreen. At present, only music was coming out of it, but there was a possibility that at any moment there might be a special bulletin from the Ministry of Peace. The news from the African front was disquieting in the extreme. On and off, he had been worrying about it all day. A Eurasian army, Oceania was at war with Eurasia. Oceania had always been at war with Eurasia, was moving southward at terrifying speed. The midday bulletin had not mentioned any definite area, but it was probable that already the mouth of the Congo was a battlefield. Brazzaville and Leopoldville were in danger. One did not have to look at the map to see what it meant. It was not merely a question of losing. In Central Africa, for the first time in the whole world, the territory of Oceania itself was menaced. A violent emotion, not fear exactly, but a sort of undifferentiated excitement, flared up in him, then faded again. He stopped thinking about the war. In these days, he could never fix his mind on any one subject for more than a few moments at a time. He picked up his glass and drained it at a gulp. As always, the gin made him shudder and even retch slightly. The stuff was horrible. The clothes and saccharin themselves, disgusting enough in their sickly way, could not disguise the flat, oily smell. Oh, he's yawning. Makes him sleepy. Story time makes him sleepy. Could not disguise the flat, oily smell. And what was worst of all was that the smell of the gin, which dwelt with him night and day, was inextricably mixed up in his mind with the smell of those. He never named them, even in his thoughts, and so far as it was possible, he never visualized them. They were something that he was half aware of, hovering close to his face, a smell that clung to his nostrils. As the gin rose in him, he belched through purple lips. He had grown fatter since they released him, and had regained his old color. Indeed, more than regained it. His features had thickened, the skin on nose and cheekbones was coarsely red. Even the bald scalp was too deep a pink. A waiter, again unbidden, brought the chessboard and the current issue of the Times, with the page turned down at the chess problem. Then, seeing that Winston's glass was empty, he brought the gin bottle and filled it. There was no need to give orders. They knew his habits. The chessboard was always waiting for him. His corner table was always reserved. Even when the place was full, he had it to himself, since nobody cared to be seen sitting too close to him. He never even bothered to count his drinks. At regular intervals, they presented him with a dirty slip of paper, which they said was the bill. But he had the impression that they always undercharged him. It would have made no difference if it had been the other way about. He always had plenty of money nowadays. He even had a job, a sinecure, more highly paid than his old job had been. The music from the telescreen stopped and a voice took over. Winston raised his head to listen. No bulletins from the front, however. It was merely a brief announcement from the Ministry of Plenty. In the preceding quarter, it appeared the 10th three-year plan's quota for bootlaces had been overfulfilled by 98%. He examined the chess problem, set out the pieces. It was a tricky ending involving a couple of knights. White to play and mate in 2 moves. Winston looked up at the portrait of Big Brother. White always mate, he thought, with a sort of cloudy mysticism. Always, without exception. It is so arranged. In no chess problem since the beginning of the world has black ever won. Did it not symbolize the eternal, unvarying triumph of good over evil? The huge face gazed back at him, full of calm power. White always mates. The voice from the telescreen paused and added in a different and much graver tone, "You are warned to stand by for an important announcement at 15:30. 15:30. This is news of the highest importance. Take care not to miss it. 15:30. The tinking music struck up again." Winston's heart stirred. That was the bulletin from the front. Instinct told him that it was bad news that was coming. All day, with little spurts of excitement, the thoughts of a smashing defeat in Africa had been in and out of his mind. He seemed actually to see the Eurasian army swarming across the never broken frontier and pouring down into the tip of Africa like a column of ants. Why had it not been possible to outflank them in some way? The outline of the West African coast stood out vividly in his mind. He picked up the white knight and moved it across the board. There was the proper spot. Even while he saw the black horde racing southward, he saw another force, mysteriously assembled, suddenly planted in their rear, cutting their communications by land and sea. He felt that by willing it, he was bringing that other force into existence. But it was necessary to act quickly. If they could get control of the whole of Africa, if they had airfields and submarine bases at the Cape, it would cut Oceania in two. It might mean anything. Defeat, breakdown, the redivision of the world, the destruction of the party. He drew a deep breath. An extraordinary medley of feeling, but it was not a medley exactly. Rather, it was successive layers of feeling in which one could not say which layer was undermost, struggled inside him. Spasm passed. He put the white knight back in its place, but for the moment he could not settle down to serious study of the chess problem. Thoughts wandered again, almost unconsciously. He traced with his finger in the dust on the table. 2 plus 2 equals 5. They can't get inside you, she had said, but they could get inside you. What happens to you here is forever, O'Brien had said. That was a true word. There were feelings, your own acts, from which you could never recover. Something was killed in your breast, burnt out, cauterized out. He had seen her. He had even spoken to her. There was no danger in it. He knew, as though instinctively, that they now took almost no interest in his doings. He could have arranged to meet her a second time if either of them had wanted to. Actually, it was by chance that they had met. It was in the park on a vile, biting day in March, when the earth was like iron and all the grass seemed dead and there was not a bud anywhere except a few crocuses which had pushed themselves up to be dismembered by the wind. He was hurrying along with frozen hands and watering eyes when he saw her not 10 meters away from him. It struck him at once that she had changed in some ill-defined way. They almost passed one another without a sign. Then he turned and followed her, not very eagerly. He knew that there was no danger. Nobody would take any interest in him. She did not speak. She walked obliquely away across the grass, as though trying to get rid of him, then seemed to resign herself to having him at her side. Presently they were in among a clump of ragged, leafless shrubs, useless either for concealment or as protection from the wind. They halted. It was vilely cold. The wind whistled through the twigs and fretted the occasional dirty-looking crocuses. He put his arm round her waist. There was no telescreen, but there must be hidden microphones. Besides, they could be seen. It did not matter. Nothing mattered. They could have lain down on the ground and done that if they had wanted to. His flesh froze with horror at the thought of it. She made no response whatever to the clasp of his arm. She did not even try to disengage herself. He knew now what had changed in her. Her face was sallower, and there was a long scar, partly hidden by the hair, across her forehead and temple. But that was not the change. It was that her waist had grown thicker, and in a surprising way had stiffened. He remembered how once, after the explosion of a rocket bomb, he had helped to drag a corpse out of some ruins and had been astonished not only by the incredible weight of the thing, but by its rigidity and awkwardness to handle, which made it seem more like stone than flesh. Her body felt like that. It occurred to him that the texture of her skin would be quite different from what it once had been. He did not attempt to kiss her, nor did they speak. As they walked back across the grass, she looked directly at him for the first time. It was only a momentary glance, full of contempt and dislike. He wondered whether it was a dislike that came purely out of the past, or whether it was inspired also by his bloated face and the water that the wind kept squeezing from his eyes. They sat down on two iron chairs, side by side, but not too close together. He saw that she was about to speak. She moved her clumsy shoe a few centimeters and deliberately crushed a twig. Her feet seemed to have grown broader, he noticed. "I betrayed you," she said baldly. "I betrayed you," he said. She gave him another quick look of dislike. "Sometimes," she said, "they threaten you with something you can't stand up to, can't even think about, and then you say, 'Don't do it to me. Do it to somebody else. Do it to so and so.' And perhaps you might pretend afterwards that it was only a trick and that you just said it to make them stop and didn't really mean it. But that isn't true. At the time when it happens, you do mean it. You think there's no other way of saving yourself, and you're quite ready to save yourself that way. You want it to happen to the other person. You don't give a damn what they suffer. All you care about is yourself." "All you care about is yourself," he echoed. "And after that, you don't feel the same toward the other person any longer." "No," he said, "you don't feel the same." There did not seem to be anything more to say. The wind plastered their thin overalls against their bodies. Almost at once it became embarrassing to sit there in silence. Besides, it was too cold to keep still. She said something about catching her tube and stood up to go. "We must meet again," he said. "Yes," she said, "we must meet again." He followed irresolutely for a little distance, half a pace behind her. They did not speak again. She did not actually try to shake him off, but he walked at just such a speed as to prevent his keeping abreast of her. He had made up his mind that he would accompany her as far as the tube station. But suddenly this process of trailing along in the cold seemed pointless and unbearable. He was overwhelmed by a desire not so much to get away from Julia as to get back to the Chestnut Tree Cafe, which had never seemed so attractive as at this moment. He had a nostalgic vision of his corner table with the newspaper and the chessboard and the ever-flowing gin. Above all, it would be warm in there. The next moment, not altogether by accident, he allowed himself to become separated from her by a small knot of people. He made a half-hearted attempt to catch up, then slowed down, turned, and made off in the opposite direction. When he had gone 50 meters, he looked back. The street was not crowded, but already he could not distinguish her. Any one of a dozen hurrying figures might have been her. Perhaps her thickened, stiffened body was no longer recognizable from behind. At the time when it happened, she had said, "You do mean it." He had meant it. He had not merely said it, he had wished it. He had wished that she and not he should be delivered over to the something changed in the music that trickled from the telescreen. Cracked and jeering note, a yellow note, came into it. And then, perhaps it was not happening, perhaps it was only a memory taking on the semblance of sound, a voice was singing. Under the spreading chestnut tree, I sold you and you sold me. The tears welled up in his eyes. Passing waiter noticed that his glass was empty and came back with the gin bottle. He took up his glass and sniffed at it. Stuff grew not less but more horrible with every mouthful he drank. But it had become the element and his resurrection. It was gin that sank him into stupor every night, and gin that revived him every morning. When he woke, seldom before 1100, with gummed up eyelids and fiery mouth and a back that seemed to be broken, it would have been impossible even to rise from the horizontal if it had not been for the bottle and teacup placed beside the bed overnight. Through the midday hours, he sat with glazed face, the bottle handy, listening to the telescreen. From 15 to closing time, he was a fixture in the chestnut tree. No one cared what he did any longer. No whistle woke him. No telescreen admonished him. Occasionally, perhaps twice a week, he went to a dusty, forgotten-looking office in the Ministry of Truth and did a little work, or what was called work. He had been appointed to a subcommittee of a subcommittee which had sprouted from one of the innumerable committees dealing with minor difficulties that arose in the compilation of the 11th edition of the Newspeak Dictionary. They were engaged in producing something called an interim report. But what it was that they were reporting on, he had never definitely found out. It was something to do with the question of whether commas should be placed inside brackets or outside. There were 4 others on the committee, all of them persons similar to himself. There were days when they assembled and then promptly dispersed again, frankly admitting to one another that there was not anything to be done. But there were other days when they settled down to their work almost eagerly, making a tremendous show of entering up their minutes and drafting long memoranda, which were never finished. When the argument as to what they were supposedly arguing about grew extraordinarily involved and abstruse, with subtle haggling over definitions, enormous digressions, quarrels, threats, even to appeal to higher authority. And then suddenly the life would go out of them, and they would sit round the table looking at one another with extinct eyes like ghosts fading at cockcrow. The telescreen was silent for a moment. Winston changed his head again. The bulletin, but no, they were merely changing the music. He had the map of Africa between his eyelids. The movement of the armies was a diagram. A black arrow carrying vertically southward and a white arrow horizontally eastward across the tail of the first. As though for reassurance, he looked up at the imperturbable face in the portrait. Was it conceivable that the second arrow did not even exist? I'm going to check in with you guys because it is now 9:20, and I'm trying to think how much we've got. Okay. I think that we've got kind of, I think we should finish this tomorrow. Me, oops. Oh my gosh. This is my camera. I'm doing the wrong one to get the chat back. Oh my gosh. Silly head. What's going on in the chat, guys? What's been going on? Oh, you have fall break, Chris? Cool. Columbus Day. Oh, yeah. Kristen is talking about fish. Okay, that seems a little random. Well, guys, thank you for listening to 1984. We will finish, I believe we'll finish tomorrow. I'm getting tired and I want to enjoy the rest of the book. And also, I need to eat again. It's like, I gotta eat my little last thing. And then I am tired, you guys. I think I'm gonna go to bed early. I think I really need it because I got tomorrow, Tuesday is my day that starts a little bit. Oh, gosh, wait. My day starts a lot earlier tomorrow. But yes, all the more reason. And Kara needs to chill. You need to chillax. But oh my gosh, look at this guy. Look at his little hair. His little white, little fuzzy feeties. Gosh. He's looking in at the girl's side. He's like, I wanna see what they're doing. See what he sees. Oh, yes, you're such a sweetheart. I wonder if we could ever rebond you with any of your brothers and sisters. Maybe your sisters. I'm nervous about your brother because you ripped his face. Yeah. So you never know. Maybe we could put a little muzzle on you and see what happens. He's such a good boy. Moo. I am a pink fairy armadillo. It's cute. That sounds cute. Kristen, why are you the only one? Kristen's just like talking to herself in the chat. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me company while we read 1984 and always keeping me company when I feed my babies and I tell you about my day, and I'd love to hear about your days and all
triple R, Crescent Shine Star. She travels near, she travels far. She's Crescent Shine Star. Kristen, she's the one and only. Puts mustard on macaroni. Lovely girl with a swirl. Because she's Crescent Shine Star, triple R, Crescent Shine Star. She travels near, she travels far. She's Crescent Shine Star.
Triple RM.
Crescent Smoothie, aka the Mustard Queen. K-Dog.
Kristen Giant. Boom.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Boom.
Out in the yard when the moon is high. Oh yeah. There's a deer named Funky Bones. Don't be shy. He tiptoes softly, looking for a treat. Captain Kira's got apples good enough to eat. Oh yeah. Funky Bones with his groove, moving to the beat. Kira's got the apples, they're so sweet. Coming close, just a nibble. Don't be afraid. Look at them dance. It's a backyard rave. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. Don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey. Under the stars, they share a little bite. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. A funky kind of magic only they can share. Hey. Funky Bones, don't you bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples open wide. Coming close, just a nibble, don't be afraid. No afraid. Look at them dogs. Funky Bones, don't you hide. Oh yeah. Kira's got the apples. Funky Bones, Funky Bones. Oh yeah. It's a funky party, just you and me. Hey, hey.
Under
Under the stars, they share a little bite. Yeah. Captain Kira and Funky Bones feeling right. With every step, the friendship grows. A funky connection, everybody knows. Now every night, when the moon is high, Kira's in the yard, Funky Bones nearby. They share a moment in the cool night air. Funky kind of magic only they can share. Funky Bones, Funky Bones, don't you hide. Kira's got the apples open wide. Share a moment in the cool night air. Funky kind of magic only they can share.
Little grey munching on that hay. Chewing, skipping, never stays. Backyard wild, gotta play. Jumping, running every day. Grass is green under the sky. Muddy paws, you don't care why. Wings of earth, they aim so high. Freedom in his furry flight. Sun and moon his only guide. No more walls, no cage inside. Little gray, so wild inside. Posh and grind, he's on the move. No one rules, he's got his groove. Nature's beat, he feels the soothe. Little gray, always to prove. Under stars, under dreams. World ain't small, so it seems. Little gray's got big schemes. Life rolls on in flowing streams. Hay for breakfast, sun for noon. Stars and moonlight come so soon. Little gray under night's tune. Backyard life's a wild cartoon.
Teeny scrappy rabbit on a naughty spree. Bananas from Capits in Korea, quick to flee. Teasing sisters jumping wild and free. Leapfrogging over Posh Spice, too stealthy for me. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Tiny eyes glinting, always on the prowl. Moving through the shadows, stealthy as an owl. Captain Stash pilfered, making her scowl. Teeny's got agility, swift as a howl. Cookie bags crumble, Teeny hears a call. Ears twitch, nose sniff, eats it all. Planters sitting, feeling 10 feet tall. Life's a grand adventure, loving it all. Few tons of playgrounds, Teeny roams at night. Feasting on treasures hidden out of sight. Teasing Posh Spice, leaving her in plight. Adventure.